So just chucking my manager breeder hat on at the moment. There's a couple of things that I look for when I'm expanding my scholarship. Now, unfortunately, last time when we did this, I was breeding the double aquas with the Nemos and the Kois. They got nerfed, and there's just no volume there left for them on the market, and the price that you're getting is pretty bad. So I'm moving away from that. All my scholars that are currently got those builds are still doing pretty good now. That even though with the nerf, once the people have moved up in MMR and they're coming back against the same teams that they were in the off season, they're still holding 130 to 150 SLP per day, which is fine. That's all I'm kind of looking for as a manager. Just a large volume of a lot of scholars, all sort of hitting that same benchmark. We've got some that are outperforming and some that are under, but if you bring it back and getting an average of around about the 150 per day, that's sort of where I'm looking at for long term, and to be able to manage my risk as well with short positions against the perpetual contract. So still my target is around about the 0.1. If we're looking at breed costs, they haven't really moved since the last video. They're still 0.052, that with your 1350 and your 1 AXS if you're breeding the virgins 4 times. So for me, I'm still doing printers. I'm selling everything. I'm selling my worst 2 each breed cycle. So I'll breed 4, sell the worst 2, keep 1 as a swinger, rebreed that with the next one, and just keeping that breed cycle happening. So my main thing is that the 2 worst ones that I get, I want to be selling them for as close to 0.1 as possible. Now, if I've got 4 printers, I should be able to get some reasonable purity. I might get a few, a few rough breeds where I've got to sort of sell those floor trash Axies for 0.03, just to get my ETH back. But most of the time, still should be getting close to an EBC score of somewhere between 95 and above. If I'm breeding 2 printers, I'll get unlucky sometimes and have to sort of re-up. But this is sort of where we're looking at the moment. So if I'm breeding 4, selling 2, I need to find teams that are going to give me an average price of around about that 0.1, so I can get those 2 free scholar breeds every time. When I breed, if I can get 0.2 back, that basically pays for the next 4 lots of breeds, or as close to, at least for the AXS portion, and using a bit of my SLP from my scholars and just from the stash, just sort of top that up so I can rebreed every 4 days and just get that passive income coming through the scholarships. So at the moment, if we're looking what we were, and this is from the last video, I was breeding the Kois are down to since that nerf just been hemorrhaged, and I'm already getting we're getting 0.08. But if we look at here, what we've sort of got in the last week or so, we're even for the 96, 99 scores, we're getting less than what it costs to breed. So it's just not profitable to breed. Like everything is selling for less than that 0.052 that it actually costs to breed. So I don't know why people are still breeding these. I don't know if this is old stock. But breeding Kois, also breeding Nemos. Let's have a look at the lists. What have we got? Goldfish, Oranda, Risky. Even the Oranda Nemos, which I was breeding for a bit, they're still doing okay. They're definitely doing better, but still nowhere near that 0.01 that I need. And the volume here is way less as well. So you got like 5,268, where you get the Duskinators. Like these are the things that are selling, and this is what people are buying when they're coming into Axie and other and what other managers and things like that are also buying to sort of top up their breed stocks. So what I'm going to look at is most likely is going to be Dusks. They got the highest volume, so I'll be able to exit my positions quickly. There's plenty still selling. If you're getting the decent ones that have got those 98 to 99 scores, where you're coming back here, you're getting close to that 0.1. But even when you're getting the the lower scores, so let's even bring up this one that sold for 0.08, you're still making profit on that breed. Let's have a look. 0.08, this one here. Let's open this. Haven't looked at these yet, so I've got no idea what they are. Whoops. Oh, I'm still on Nemo, aren't I? Let's have a look. We want to be on, this is the one we want. Where's that one for 0.08? So, for the Dusk, they have to have that 46 speed, but the R2s are a little bit rougher in here. But any of the 46 is still selling for 0.08, so you're still making, you're still making quite a bit of ETH. If you go back to here, it's only costing you 0.052. So you're not only making the money from the scholars, but you're also making money from these breeds. And the way I'm using it is that I'm just using that extra to use the 2 Axies that I've bred, that I've got the 4 breed count now from each cycle, and then popping them into scholarships. So for me, probably looking at the things that have the highest volume, so I can sell them in the 5 days. So something like a Dusk with a, let's have a look. A Dusk and a Beast. Beast is, I'm going to lose a little bit there, but I can make that up with the SLP. And looking at the two different types of tanks, they're both around that 0.1, where you got the regular cactus, where you got that bit of a buff there, and then the leaf bug yam with the poisons. Still doing pretty good, and I've got a bunch of printers of these, so I'm probably going to keep these ones going for now. And then sort of see what I can do with pulling out some old stock that I've got sitting around somewhere in some scholars accounts for the cactus carrot tanks. So for me, looking at moving forward for my new scholars, my old one's going to keep their old accounts for now. But my new scholars that I'm looking at to be able to expand and get those free breeds and free scholarships from breeding profitably is getting some more printers of the Dusks. Probably having a look at that, the double heel with the lamb. Starting to trend down a little bit now, but you can still see the average price. They've got the teams with the 2 anemones and the bird, which would be down here somewhere. Let's have a look. The post-flight double talk birds. And also the less common ones with the hair on the bottom as well. But even like 2 anemones with the post flight and double talk still seem to be doing all right in arena, because they can combat all these Duskinator that have been coming out. Breeding them out where the price here is and your average ETH price. So I think for me personally, I'm going to go the cactus, and I'm going to put an anemone in the middle, and then grab one of those birds. I've been playing that a little bit at the moment, and I can hold the 1500 MMR pretty easy, and I'm not a good player. So if I can do it, my scholars should be able to. It combats a lot of the teams that we're going to see coming out, which I think are going to be the double nut beasts, and coming in with a Dusk at the back, and just the regular main tank. So if my scholars can at least win 10 out of the 20 games each day, and holding that 1400 MMR, they should be able to bring in that 150 SLP, which is my target, and I should be able to get some free scholarships from the profits from breeding as well.